So today I will be using some products from Armour Detail Supplies to do a maintenance wash and a decontamination wash on the wife's Ford Explorer. All right, so running through the products real quick. I did get a gallon of their tire cleaner. From everything I've seen, it looks great, so hopefully it works out well for me. I'm going to dilute it in two different ways. I will have a maximum strength bottle to kind of do the first pass on the tires, and then I'll have a 1:4 dilution ratio for a tire and wheel cleaner kind of maintenance product. Also picked up a 16-ounce bottle of their Decon Soap. It is their high pH alkaline kind of degreasing heavy duty soap, and we'll be using this to do our foam, and then also use it as the bucket wash as well. And then the third product is their iron and fallout remover. This is their newer formula it's supposed to be like a reduced, more bearable kind of iron remover scent. So we'll give that a try. It is a white vehicle, so I can see a lot of the spots where the iron's kind of embedded into the clear coat. So hopefully this does the trick. And then one product I almost forgot because I already had this was their Amplify ceramic detail spray. This will be the maintenance stopper that I'm going to put on after we're done cleaning the vehicle. Obviously wheels and tires will be up first, so I'll start mixing up my dilutions of the product. So going first with the, there we go. This is the 1:1. Oh, yeah, look at that. Right away. Turn them brown. Put some on the brush. Yeah, this stuff is strong. Now that I got that first pass done, I got my 1:4 dilution in the pump sprayer, and we'll get the whole tire and the wheel as well. Yep, and this third time around, pretty much white foam. Just a little bit of brown around the edges, and that's probably just because it's coming off the tire face, or the tread face, sorry. But yeah, pretty good slickness, lubrication, felt good on the wheel mitt. Felt like kind of soapy, detergent-y like. So 2 passes. This is usually how I do my tire cleaning process. For most tires, obviously, as long as it works, but definitely keeping this one in the arsenal. And next up, we'll be washing the surface with the Decon Soap. It says for the foam cannon, 3 to 4 ounces. So we'll just go ahead and throw the max 4 ounces in there. All right, we're gonna go in and kind of check some of these initial hydrophobics. Yeah, you can see the top half of the door still there, decent amount. But then when you start seeing these lower parts, almost like there's nothing left. So this is why we do a wash like this, right? To try to get that to come back to where it's doing the beating and sheeting. Get another angle too, see if maybe you can see better from this side view. All right, so I know most of these products you want to try to avoid using in direct sunlight, but there are ways you can kind of, I don't want to say get around it, but make it to where you can use them. Like right now, it's probably in the low 50s, so the temps on my side, the panels are still pretty cool. But either way, what I'll do is just kind of work sections of the vehicle at a time. Make sure you rinse it off to make sure everything is cool. Just do like sections of the vehicle and then move on to the next section. Takes a little bit more time, but you'd rather do that than run any kind of risk of whether the soap or the product drying on the car, and potentially leaving some spots that you just have to go back and clean off. Just for the demonstration, I'm going to do this side of the vehicle first. I'll go back and do the top and then come back down and redo the sides after I get done showing the product and how it works. All right, that is awesome foam. Granted, it is 4 ounces, but I'd rather it work. Great foam. You can see it's already starting to kind of slowly sheet down the sides. Yeah, this is almost the perfect consistency because you can see it slowly moving down the panel, but it also is still running off the bottom, so it's going to start taking some of that dirt down with it. I can already see some of these little ripples have some browning in it from probably pulling off some of the dirt from these lower panels. Also, you don't have to do the crazy YouTube take the detail brush to every single part of the car on the pre-foam, but when it is this dirty, you do want to get into some of these crevices where your wash mitt is not going to get into. So stuff like how I have this trim piece on this lower panel, I'm usually try to get into the window sills. Right at this point, it's been about 3 minutes. You can see it's starting to not dry, but the soap's starting to run down from the top. So this is usually where I like to rinse it. Bottom to top, top to bottom, do your own thing. All right, now you can see stuff like this, where some of this heavier staining from like where the mirror is constantly been dripping down, all that rain water, that dirty salt water, the snow water, and everything else for the past 2 to 3 months. That stuff I'm not expecting to pull off, but what it did do was, so a lot of that stuff that was just sitting down here, that salt that was just on the surface, the dirt that was on the surface, it pulled a lot of that stuff off, which is great, and it loosened up everything else that's still there. So now I'll go back in, I'm just going to foam the car again, and then I'll go in for the contact wash, and then we'll check it out after that. And then use my wash mitt, and then just dip it back in the bucket. So no real need for me to have a second bucket. Oh yeah, soap is nice and slick. Usually flip it about halfway through the panel. Go back in, rub it on the side of the grit guards, get all that stuff out. All right, we made some progress. All right, just moved you guys over to the side to get the better view again. Before there was nothing. Now we have some slow sheeting, at least where the water's starting to break up in spots and sheet off. This is not the last part. We're going to try Decon. If we have to, we can use water spot remover as well to get some acidic cleaning power in there. I do also have CarPro D-Scale, which is an acidic shampoo. If we're still having issues, either way, it's not that big a deal. For me, I've had this coating for about 2.5 years. So it's probably kind of getting to that point, but we're doing our best. It's time for the final product that I'm gonna try today, and that's the iron, or at least the final new product. I've heard some good things about this scent, or lack thereof, so let's see. All right, definitely not the worst. I will say, to me, the top for smell when it comes to these iron removing chemicals is probably Ethos, their wheel cleaner iron decon. The old formula and the old green one, not the new Wheel Plus or whatever it's called. That stuff smells great. It's like cherry with like a little bit of that iron remover smell, but yeah, this is definitely not the worst one. So good job on the fragrance. I didn't smell the old one, but I'm assuming it smelled terrible like everything else. So good job on that. Now we'll just spray it on this section. See if we can get those hydrophobics back. I might show a couple other clips of me using it on some of the other parts of the vehicle, just to see how the reaction is, maybe like on the back side. And of course, Armour Detail has good sprayers, which is crazy because some of these other companies feel like that's an option, and I don't think it is. Been about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to the iron remover. There you can see that's the lower part of the panel. There's quite a few of the iron spots are getting dissolved right now. So we'll go ahead and rinse this off and then move on to another section. This is on the trunk. You can see this was probably 10-15 seconds after spraying it. So quick reacting. It's already starting to pretty much turn this whole back purple. Look at that, 10 times better than it was when we started. Is it perfect? No, but we are going to add a detail spray afterwards. You could chase after trying to get more hydrophobics, like I said, by using a acidic soap or like a water spot remover or something like that. For me, this is completely fine because I'm going to put Amplify over everything at the end. Get to use me some Amplify. Stuff smells amazing. Using it as a drying aid right now, so I'm just spraying it onto the wet panels, moving it around. The stuff is crazy slick. Definitely one of the best ceramic detailers on the market. Just great overall experience, super slick. Never had any problems with streaks, even using it out in the direct sunlight. You can also use the Amplify on windows. Never had any problems with it streaking. And it seems to actually last a decent bit of time on especially the side windows. Put it on trim. Does a nice job of darkening up the trim and keeping it protected. And then one other spot I like to use Amplify is on your wheels. Works great. Helps you keep them protected until the next wash or two. Makes them easier to clean if you don't have a coating. I don't have a wheel coating on this right now. I might put one on, I don't know. But this usually seems to do fine enough. Overall, some pretty great products from Armour Detail Supply. The tire is immediately going into my arsenal. It's up there with the top of the top. The Adams, the Shine Supply, Wise Guy. So to me, it jumps right into that category. Iron smelled pretty good, at least compared to other iron products. Did a great job, nothing to complain about. Decon Soap, pretty good, powerful soap. Helped get all that stuff out. Brought some of the hydrophobics back on its own. So another good soap. I already have some 3D Nano Pail that I still got to run through, but there's no problem with adding that to my arsenal as well, rotating that in and out. So yeah, some pretty good products, and then obviously Amplify is its own thing. Top tier ceramic detail spray, easy to use, smells good, looks great, lasts a decent amount of time, doesn't streak, have no problems with it in the sun. So hopefully this will get me to sometime in the spring, maybe a month or two from now. I'm going to look at trying to get approved for the for Armour's Pro quartz coating, and that's what I want to put on the wife's vehicle next. So we'll see how that goes. If that happens, then I'm definitely going to come back. I'll make a video of me putting that on, the whole process of that, and seeing how that lasts. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stick around for future videos. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and thanks a lot, guys.